How often do we pick up a container of milk or a wedge of cheese and consider the process it takes from farm to farmer's market? I believe that the passion for a craft comes from the journey the family takes. We're bringing you along with us today to New Braunfels, Texas to visit our good friends at GOATILICIOUS, to find out the stories behind their cheese and to see what it takes to be a part of the herd. I'm Michael Grimes and this is Source to Course. We are beyond excited to be out here today in New Braunfels, Texas. It is birthday on the farm, and we have anticipation of a lot of kids coming into this world today. And these are the type of relationships I love as a chef to create, to understand exactly where our food comes from. I'm here with my good friend Robert here today to just do an overview of the farm, discuss what's going on, and just hear a little bit about how your operation began. Can you tell us a little bit when this started, how this came to be, where we're here today?
So we started out about 1999. We got goats because my oldest son, who's now 26, we found out he has sensitivity to cow milk. And so we got a couple of goats, and then it just kind of blossomed there, just kind of, ballooned from there. And then found out a couple of years later when I was diagnosed with PTSD that the goats actually help with my therapy. And so it just went from having a couple of goats for family milker to this.
What kind of breeds did you end up settling on, and tell us a little bit about these type of goats?
So there's actually two right here. This is our main breed right here. This is a Nubian. They have long pendulous ears, and then this is a La Mancha. Then they have human type ears.
Oh, I see. Yeah, a vast difference. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the reason we picked these two is because one, they have high butterfat content, which makes for really good cheese. The taste of the milk is very mild. I like that. And the temperament is superb. They're easy to deal with. They're friendly. They're just very easy to be around.
We've had conversations. You have to supplement all of their feed because naturally the landscape here in New Braunfels cannot support what the dairy goats need to produce as much milk.
Yeah, if these were meat goats, then you can put them out and they could survive off of all this and be totally fine. But because there's so much protein in milk, they actually have to consume a lot of protein in order to produce that protein. So it'd be very hard to support lactation on the natural vegetation.
Well, there's a lot of excitement in the air. There's a lot of sounds. Let's see if we can find some new lives and some goats that are about to give birth. Our timing could have not gotten better than this today. We've literally witnessed 5 births. And with this, I just want you to walk us through the life cycle of these goats.
Okay, so a normal dairy goat, they go into production. They usually give birth at about 1 year old. Usually right around their first birthday is when they give birth the first time. They stay in production for about 9 years or so after that. A good dairy goat can produce anywhere from 8 to 10 years or so, and then any of them that don't produce anymore, they just retire here. We just keep them.
So you get multiple generations out of each female?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
That's incredible. Now, how long before they start producing milk and you can put them into production to working towards your cheese?
So right about 1 year. So one of these is a female. I can't remember which one. Well, it doesn't matter. One of those will be bred in a year from now. So if you come back this time next year, one of these are going to give birth to kids.
We've seen the goats from day one. We can't get any fresher than this. Now let's move on to the cheese. So I'm familiar with the products that you bring every weekend to the wonderful Pearl Farmers Market, but can you walk our viewers through what you're offering, where you produce it, where we can find these wonderful cheese?
So what we're looking at here is we're looking at 2 different types of cheeses. This is the only cheese that is different. This is a different style cheese. This is our Tomboy. The rest is our Manchego style. It's called La Mancha Española. So this is how the cheese looks in the cave. After it ages and covers with the beneficial mold. Not all mold is bad. A lot of mold in cheese making process is essential. If it doesn't get moldy, it simply won't have the proper flavor profile.
Yeah, you see little spores actually.
Yeah, you can just see it. Right. So at 2 months, then I will brush all that completely off, and then oil it, and it looks exactly like this. Okay, so this one is going to be a little bit stronger as far as flavor because of the ingredients you add to it. It has lipase in it, which is a very essential ingredient to a Manchego style cheese and also to a feta.
Okay.
And so they share that same distinct flavor that is in feta and Manchego. And so the Tomboy does not have lipase in it. That one is a straight up farm cheese. And so the difference, even though these look similar, the taste difference is completely different. Even though they were aged and made with the same milk, they were aged in the same place, the flavor profile is completely different.
All right, so I am super excited. Honestly, I really believe that this could be your signature cheese from this farm. It is one of my favorite flavor profiles you've created from this goat's milk, and I'm very excited to show all of our viewers how we crack this wheel open. You ready to cut?
I'm ready. I'm ready. So,
look at this beauty.
So you gonna try some?
Absolutely, I would not turn that down. The texture is perfect. It's amazing. It does not crumble, it's not rock hard, has a good moisture consistency to it still. The smell, it's very aromatic and fragrant. And the taste is perfect. Start off with a little hint of sweetness, then you move into the sodium content, and it rounds out with the low earthy notes that you're looking for. It's not one of those super pungent cheeses that everybody would be afraid to eat. Any cheese connoisseur or the average consumer would just love to have this on their table. It's creamy, the mouthfeel is amazing, it goes down just so smooth. You did an incredible job on this.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Can you join me?
Yes.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
You know, everything that we've experienced here today just brings a true understanding of where our food comes from, the relationships that we need to build within our farmers in our area. And I've just been, honestly, no pun intended, cheesing all day. This has been an awesome experience. I can't thank you enough. We're so excited for your future, and anything we can do to help you out, we're here.
Thank you. I'm glad you
Thank you
could
so
come on.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.